Welcome back. This will be a video talking about some of our projects for the next year. It might be surprising because it doesn't look that different from the update 4 months ago when everything was covered in snow. And everything is still covered in snow. It's almost May. This part of Minnesota has had record-breaking snow, so it won't be clear for probably a few more weeks. There's still spots with over a foot of snow. So that's slowing things down a little bit, but I thought I would stop in. We're going to do some site work for the cabin project, and I thought I would do some quick updates on other projects that we hope to get started on this year. All right, we are looking at the location of an additional project. This will be a little footbridge over this offshoot of the ravine. Let me show you. So right now we're looking up towards a clearing that used to be the location of a small house. It was damaged in a storm and torn down. And between this clearing and the clearing where the treehouse and future cabin will be, there is this little bit of a ravine. The only way to cross from one side to the other would be up along the road that's at the top, or we would need to create a little footbridge, and that's our plan. The materials up on the top have a couple 20-foot beams. Those are the same beams that were used in the treehouse. There's some decking and posts up there, so most of the materials are on site. And it will just be a matter of getting everything set up. Once it's in place, the footbridge would cross up by that rock, turn to the right. Once you're at the top edge of the ravine, walk towards the right, and you'll be at the treehouse location, which you can't really see, but it would be through those trees up ahead. Here's the location of another project that we will hopefully have a chance to start this year. We're now at the bottom of the ravine. We're a little bit downstream from where the treehouse and the cabin are located. There's a seasonal stream. It doesn't flow all year, but for most of the year, if it's not dry, there's this stream flowing. There's some ripples. Has a really nice sound. So we are hoping to eventually put a seating deck right towards the edge of the stream. The project we have to deal with before would be to get rid of some of the trash that's down here. This is actually an old structure that had a water pump inside, and the previous owner would pump water from this location and pump the stream water up the hill to an old sort of primitive house that was on the site. Our plans are to build stairs that start here and go up to the top, up that hill. There's been a few fallen trees from storms over the winter. That'll be another project. We plan to build stairs instead of a trail because the ground and the soil here is very loose, and there's a pretty good chance that foot traffic would create erosion, and it's so steep that water would flow into that space and create ruts and more erosion. So it'll be it's about a 60-foot change in elevation, and so that'll be a fairly long stairway, but that will probably be the best long-term solution. The big project for the year will be to start an actual cabin. It will be a 2-bedroom cabin. We can use it for weekends. We also plan to use it as a short-term rental. The site will be basically right here, and it's ironic because most of these trees that have snapped in half during storms this winter are exactly on the site of the cabin, and we need to cut them down anyway. So I guess that makes it a little less of a downside. I'm standing on the site where the cabin will be. The treehouse is not that far, maybe 50 feet away. This is one of the few clearings, or I guess one of the few relatively flat spots on the lot. So this would be a nice spot. We would have been happy to keep things simple, have a treehouse, maybe some small structures to stay in for cooking and a bathroom. However, the zoning in this location wouldn't allow anything smaller than about 900 square feet. So that meant that we are making a cabin about 900 square feet. We need to get estimates for the foundation work once the snow clears. So for this trip, we just took a little bit of our time and started with the site clearing. We knew we were going to be cutting down a lot of small trees. They were about 2 to 4 inches in diameter. It really wasn't worth trying to save those for firewood, so we decided we would find a location nearby, move all of those branches over to that area, and our kids used those branches to make a fort. It was a good activity for them while we were doing our work, and at the end we had a really nice place to hang out.
Come on in.
Well, it's been a long winter. We are very happy that we can get started on these projects again. We will be posting new videos for the treehouse and for the other projects over the summer, hopefully starting soon. We will also be posting some additional videos for the cabin project. That will be a little different because we will not be building that ourselves. We will be hiring a builder to give you a little bit of a sneak peek for what that cabin will look like. I will share a little bit from a computer model, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll give a very brief overview looking at the rendering for the cabin. This was designed by a local architect. It's someone who has done a lot of work doing small cabins similar to what we're looking for. Some of his work has been on the modern side like this, and so we were definitely interested in having a chance to work with someone who's got that experience. The structure here is the detached garage. This will just be a one car, slightly oversized, but with a carport. The shape is dictated by the south facing roof, which we want to use for a solar array. The goal for the property as a whole is to construct the cabin so that it's very energy efficient and is all electric and can be powered entirely off of this solar panel. It's not necessarily an off-grid system. There is power at the site already, so we will use that, but we do hope that this will be a net zero build where all of the energy over the year is created by the solar panel. The garage is a better site because it's in a clearing. It can be south facing. The cabin is surrounded by trees, and so that would be shaded if we wanted to orient the cabin for the solar. The cabin will be located on the site that was cleared in the video. We really like how there's going to be some nice large windows looking out over the ravine where there's a nice view. There's going to be a screen room off to the side. This is Minnesota, so it's definitely a mosquito area during the summer season. So this will make it a nice space to enjoy outdoors without having to worry about mosquitoes and bugs. There'll be a deck. There'll be some other outdoor seating, fire pit area. We'll expand to that, expand over time. But we are looking forward to having this started over the summer. We'll post some future videos and go through the interior, walk through the floor plan, some of the other details. Let me know if anyone wants to see anything in particular. In the meantime, we will continue working on our other projects and we will post additional videos over the summer.